Good evening. This is the meeting of Town Council of the Town of South Kingstown is called to order on Monday, November 25th, 2024 at 8 p.m. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm now going to read the land acknowledgement statement. The Town of South Kingstown pays homage to the indigenous people and land on which the town is now located. Let this acknowledgement serve as a reminder of our ongoing efforts to recognize, honor, reconcile, and partner with the Narragansett tribe, whose land and water we benefit from today. The first order of business will be the swearing in of the new elected town council. Will the town council please stand and raise your right hands? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will be true and faithful to the United States and support the laws and Constitution thereof, and the laws and Constitution of the State of Rhode Island, and support the Charter and ordinances of the Town of South Kingstown, and that you will well and truly execute your office as members of the Town Council of the Town of South Kingstown until November 2026 or until legally discharged therefrom?
Yes, I do.
Congratulations. Will the newly elected members of the school committee please come forward and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will be true and faithful to the United States and support the laws and Constitution thereof, and the laws and Constitution of the State of Rhode Island, and support the Charter and ordinances of the Town of South Kingstown, and that you will well and truly execute your office as members of the school committee of the Town of South Kingstown until November 2028 or until legally discharged therefrom? You may be seated. The next item of business will be nominations for President of the Town Council. There will be no debate on nominations. Do I hear any nominations for President?
I nominate myself for Town Council President. This is my third term being elected, and each time I've earned the most votes in a field of 10 or 11 candidates. This accomplishment represents the trust and confidence the residents have consistently placed in me and highlights my ability to connect with residents across diverse perspectives and backgrounds. Over the past 4 years, I have consistently demonstrated this by listening, asking questions, and addressing the issues that matter most to the community. I truly believe that every resident should feel they are represented by council members. We need a president who truly listens. When the public speaks about an issue of concern, we need a leader who recognizes their effort to come to the meeting and sees them as an interested citizen with every right to express themselves, whether or not we agree. We are all neighbors, and labeling residents as the enemy or dismissing their opinions as based on political yard signs is disrespectful, narrow-minded, and divisive. Last term, as we elected the council president and vice president, we were reminded of the significant work we needed to accomplish as a council for the town. However, we are still in the same place with many of those objectives remaining unmet. We were not even able to schedule a meeting to adopt the council's goals and objectives. We do have a lot of work ahead of us, and I want to make sure we actually move forward. I do believe the public cares about meaningful action and tangible results from leaders who are respectful and kind. We need to move forward for them, for all of you, not for personal agendas, self-interest, or political ambitions. Petty city politics has no place in South Kingstown. We need a council president who not only fulfills the ceremonial role, but one who can effectively run a meeting, demonstrates the ability to listen to the public, and adapts when plans change, and effectively guide us when things don't go as expected. Someone who is polite and respectful of the public. As president, I would share the ceremonial duties among all of us here at the table. I feel that each member should be given the opportunity to represent the council at community and public events, modeling collaboration and true representation. I would lead by being inclusive. I want to thank everyone who expressed their desires and expectations for me to be the town council president. From the petition that my colleague and friend Jess Rose, former town council member Jess Rose, started on her own. I didn't ask for that, but I do appreciate it. And I want to thank everyone who sent in emails to the council inbox. I realize your letters aren't on the agenda tonight, but I do want to know that I appreciate your support. I will lead from wherever I sit, but feel our community wants a council president who is inclusive, respectful to all, and not just those who are in the political party. After all, we are neighbors who I hope care about our community and the future of our town.
You were interrupted. Did I hear you say no speeches?
No, it's, there will be no debate on nominations, and then the following sentence is, do I hear any nominations for president?
Thank you.
I have a very tall microphone tonight, but Deb, like I've said to you many times in person, I like you and I value what you bring to the council. We agree on about 90% of the stuff that comes before us right from the go. And about another 5%, you and I and everybody else has had discussions to come to an agreement. But when we don't agree on something, you accuse me of wrongdoing, and that really, really bothers me. In fact, it started at the very first meeting 2 years ago when we were here electing an officer, and it has continued most recently to when we appointed someone to a committee and you accused me of colluding with Greg on that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It happened, and I can, provide you with a more specific example. And I told you this even on election day, Deb, because it really bothers me because it's not true. And just like last week, when you said that we as a council were not welcoming to Greg, that was not true. I voted for Greg. I was here and saw many nice conversations between everybody on the council. Nobody was disrespectful or not welcoming to Greg. Maybe we don't always agree. Now with him, maybe it's like 85%, 80%. But every time I think about this, I just go back around and around in a circle. And when these things come up, it's like out of the blue. And I don't know where it comes. I'm not expecting it. And when I've expressed this to you before, I haven't really felt like I've been understood, or I've expressed that. I don't like that. And I don't like, I just can't abide by it.
Patty, may I respond? Nicole? Patty, I didn't file the OMA against the town
Point of
council.
order, Town Clerk, you said no debate?
No
It's for
debate.
nominations only?
No
I
debate
hear
on-
that, but you allowed all of this just now. So
So that is very true. We've started down this path, even though we should not have. I didn't interrupt. She should be able to respond, but I think after the response, we should find out if there are any other nominations.
That's fair.
Nominating speeches are absolutely fine. Anyone can give a nominating speech.
That's fine. Patty, I didn't file the OMA against the town council. A member of the community did. I didn't accuse you of anything. You can level all these accusations, but I didn't do those things. So someone else filed the OMA. Someone else witnessed what happened. So I'm going to say most people in the community who are going about their daily lives ask me, oh, you won. Are you the president? That's not how it works. I understand that. But that's the expectation of the community. On 3 different terms, in a field of 10 and 11 candidates where everybody had a choice, I ended up at the top 3 times. So all I'm asking for is to respect the vote of the community. The majority of the community is expecting me to be the president. The process is political, but the community's expectation is different than how the process is. So I didn't come out attacking you. If you would like to continue to attack me, I welcome it.
I'm not attacking you, Deb. I'm
You
being
are.
very honest with you.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
Are there any further nominations for council president?
I nominate Rory
You gotta put the
McEntee.
thing on.
Sorry. I nominate Rory McEntee as president.
Thank you, Mike.
I second that. I find Rory to be thoughtful and measured and concise. He's organized in his thought patterns and delivery. Am I supposed to go on? Mike, you made the nomination, so would you like to?
Wow, I don't know what all the feedback is tonight, but
Everybody's mic is on.
anyone can make speeches in favor of a nomination. That's totally fine.
Okay. I just want to kind of recognize where we're at with this election and with our country. We're in South Kingstown, a small blue wave in a national red tide. We need to pull together. We need to provide sound and united leadership for South Kingstown voters. All politics are local. It was clear that voters were happy with the way that we have all cooperated and got things done. Deb, I disagree with you. I think we've accomplished a lot of stuff together. I think we're on path to accomplish a lot more. I find Rory to be an excellent leader. He's malleable in his reasoning. He's not set in his ways. I feel very listened to and understood when I talk to Rory. I really find it troubling to hear him characterized in the way that he's been characterized as somehow sexist. I feel that women in this country, we have 99 problems, but Rory isn't one of them. We need strong male allies. And to call him a sexist or allude to that is wrong. And I wouldn't like it if somebody did it about my child. I just don't think it's right. It's a lie. And I've told both you and Jess before that I don't believe that he is that way. And I just really don't like that. I find him thoughtful, measured, concise. He's a graduate of the school system and a lifelong resident. I think he's done a good job. I'm happy to second the nomination.
Thank you, Patty.
I have prepared a piece of paper, Patty. There's no sexism allegations here at all, so not sure where you're confused again, but I basically said there's...
Point of order. Can we get back to business, please?
Are there any further nominations for council president? Hearing no further nominations, nominations are declared closed. We will have a roll call vote on the nominations before us, and until we have a majority of the newly elected town council members vote in the affirmative for the nomination before them. So moving on to the vote, all those in favor of Deb Bergner being president of the town council of the town of South Kingstown until November 2026 or until legally discharged therefrom, signify by saying aye. All opposed signify by saying nay. Councilmember Alley.
Nay.
Councilmember Bergner.
Aye.
Councilmember Marin.
Nay.
Councilmember McEntee.
Nay.
Councilmember Wedgemont.
Nay.
The motion for Deb Bergner being elected council president has failed. Moving on to the second nomination, all those in favor of Rory McEntee being president of the town council of the town of South Kingstown until November 2026 or until legally discharged therefrom, once again signified by saying aye. All opposed signify by saying nay. Councilmember Alley.
Aye.
Councilmember Bergner.
Nay.
Councilmember Marin.
Aye.
Councilmember McEntee.
Aye.
Councilmember Wedgemont.
Aye.
The motion passes. I will now be handing the gavel over to the newly elected town council president, Rory McEntee, for the next order of business.
I want to express my gratitude and thank you for the members of the council and supporting me to continue on as president and to be the president of this new term. I think I've shown my ability to run the meetings, the ability to foster discussion, help find consensus, and really work towards solutions for the town. I'm happy to see that that has sort of resonated with the majority of members here. We do have a lot of work to get to going forward. I'm looking forward to get back to work, hit the ground running, get beyond this ceremonial swearing in, but I intend to lead and treat all as equals, as I have done in the previous term. I plan to work with the council members collaboratively to help find solutions. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and I look forward to getting back to work and achieving progress for the town, and I'm very confident that this will be a productive term. So thank you again to the council members. With all that said, I'm now going to accept nominations for vice president. Do I hear?
I
I
nominate
nominate
Michael Marin.
myself for vice president.
All right. Sort of a simultaneous nomination there. I'm going to take it in the order that I heard first. It sounds like there was a nomination for Deb Bergner for vice president. There was also a nomination for Mike Marin for vice president. Are there any other nominations for vice president? All right, hearing none, I'm now going to close the nominations. We're going to take a vote in the order that those were nominated. So Deb Bergner nominated herself first. We're going to take a vote for Deb Bergner for vice president. If there's not a majority, we're going to move to the next nomination. So with that said, town clerk, please take the roll. We are voting on Deb Bergner for vice president.
Councilmember Alley.
Nay.
Councilmember Bergner.
Aye.
Councilmember Marin.
Nay.
Councilmember McEntee.
Nay.
Councilmember Wedgemont.
Nay.
Motion fails.
All right, we're now going to take up the nomination of Mike Marin. Town clerk, please take the roll.
Councilmember Alley.
Aye.
Councilmember Bergner?
Nay.
Councilmember Marin?
Aye.
Council President McEntee?
Aye.
Councilmember Wedgemont?
Aye.
That motion passes.
All right, congratulations, Mike. All right, that's now going to bring us to the end of the agenda.
I'd like to ask if we could add public comment to the agenda. There are a lot of people here, probably almost 60 people in the audience.
Okay, is that a motion?
It's a motion.
All right, procedurally, you need a second for it to get to a vote to allow to open public comment here. Is there a second? Hearing none, that motion fails. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Any discussion?
I'm going to make a statement. I have a closing statement.
Point of order.
It's a discussion, sir.
It's all right.
My apologies. First time.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Grace. The decision to select a town council president and vice president based on political alliances is really disturbing. I guess it's not surprising, but it's troublesome nonetheless and raises questions about the character and the integrity of those involved. Passing over an experienced town council member, a woman who has earned the most support from the voters, highlights a troubling situation. This is classic insider politics over merit. True leadership is demonstrated through fairness, respect for the voter's choice, and a commitment to serving the community's best interests, rather than advancing personal or party agendas. The disregard for the community voice and votes erodes the credibility of those who claimed positions of power. I believe that the people of South Kingstown expect better, and I want the community to know that I will continue to lead from wherever I sit. And I thank you for putting your trust in me and believing that I am a good representative on your behalf. Thank you.
All right, any other discussion? We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, that